Okay, you come out to Vegas. What's the one restaurant you and Stephanie have to hit?
Cut.
Really?
Yeah, we go there every
that
time
was
we're
quick.
here. Yeah, I mean,
That was quick.
The funny thing is we have to hit it no matter what the wait is. You know, like we try and
really?
go there. They tell us, hey, there's no room at the bar, but we'll wait it out. Yeah.
I mean, Cut is good, and if you guys don't know, that's like a steakhouse. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So you're the first one who actually mentioned Cut. We had a Popeyes.
Okay.
So why would you do that?
Why go to Cut or why go to Popeyes?
Why would you go to Popeyes when you're in Vegas?
Popeyes doesn't miss no matter what location you're at, though. If I knew where the Popeyes was, I'd probably go there myself, too.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Hey,
I've ventured to a Popeyes before.
Well, yeah. All right, Gun Talk Live here with Chris Toomer of Rost Martin. You probably don't know the name.
No.
But you're about to. We are brought to you by Palmetto State Armory. And my first question with you when we were sitting on the floor was, what were you thinking?
You know, leap of faith, right? You know, crowded market, bring something to market that the consumer wants. You know, we knew that there's a lot of polymer striker fire guns out there, a sea of black guns, but you know, we needed to create something that the consumer wanted, and I think we've got something that.
So, man, 4 years in the making.
Yep.
So, what are the throes of it? Where was it birthed out of? Like, give us the 4 years. Okay, we're going to step back in time. 4 years ago, what was the conversation?
Sure. Well, we're sitting there, Steph and I, we're looking at the market, thinking, how do we kind of do our part? We've got so much history, our past working for Springfield Armory. We have so much respect for all of the companies that have come before us and forged the Second Amendment for us. And so I think, we're like, how do we either, start a company? Do we go into advocacy? What is it? And so starting a gun company was the logical next step, I guess.
Wait, hold on a second. It wasn't the logical thing to do, but it was more of a faith-driven, just jump in there and get it done. And I know that you guys are seeing some imagery about the gun. We're going to get into that, but let's talk about, okay, you're 2 years into it, and now you're, really starting to go. Where'd the name come from, Rost Martin?
So we were kind of bouncing a bunch of names off, and we're thinking, how does this name live in perpetuity? You know, are people going to be talking about this 20, 30 years from now? And the first thing people say, that's a stupid name. So, about other companies, and so Rost comes from Stephanie's side of the family, her grandfather's name that helped start Springfield Armory, and Martin comes from my side of the family, my great-grandmother's maiden name. And she was a pistol in her own right and was very, very into her gun rights as well. So if she was still with us today, she'd be very proud of what we're doing.
Good. That's awesome. And you were kind of a disruptive force in your family, right?
Yeah. She was always doing what people were saying not to do. So I think that's kind of on par with what we're trying to do. You're coming out with a polymer pistol. Oh, great. What next? What can you do for us?
But you look at this. And I'm going to start. Okay, what's the name of the gun?
It's called the RM1C.
RM1C. Great name because it's simple, easy, compact. Now, okay, I got to hold this gun. Thank goodness I got to hold it before. I wish I could have shot it, but it wasn't out of range.
Shoots better than it looks.
I know.
Yep.
I figured you were going to say that.
Yeah, it does.
Dang it.
Yeah.
See, now I really got to shoot it. All right, we're going to have to get a hold of Stephanie and just say, hey, Stephanie, just go ahead and send one to the Gun Talk offices because we're going to have to put it through its paces.
Well, come on down.
Initially you look at it, really aggressive front slide serrations. And I love that because if you're doing any press checks or anything like that, you can do them back or forward. I love that. The grip texture is light, which I like. But one of the coolest things I think you guys did was the indentation on the index mark up here. You guys have kind of wallowed that out just a touch.
Yeah, that was a very intentional. We've seen a lot of feedback from guns that have come out, and people reference it as a gas pedal. We wanted to have some texture there for when the shooter's using the gun and implementing that they can find that. And so we kind of played with a few different textures, and we thought let's just keep it consistent on that part as well throughout the gun. Yeah,
and so when you're driving that gun out and you're driving that gun forward, that thumb, that indexing point on that gun is keeping that gun in control. God, see? I wish I could hold this gun so I can show you the index point, but it's right here. If Benjamin gets in here, it's right there. Comes apart super easy. You don't have to press the trigger.
Right, exactly, disassembly, you do not have to pull the trigger at all.
All right, so walk us through the rest of the feature of this gun because it is a feature-rich gun. And people are going to ask, like, what's the price point of it? Because that's one thing that shocked me too. Is because I was like, wait, hold on a second.
All right, I'll go through the features and then I'll give you.
Then
the price
give
point.
me that.
Yeah. So starting in the rear of the gun, it's an XDM sight footprint. So what we wanted to do was make sure we had plate. We had enough sights available for aftermarket. So if people wanted to put those on there, then moving forward, we have a optics ready cut, and so it ships with a metal RMR plate, and we have all of the other plates, so Shield, Delta Point Pro, and Doctor footprint available on our website. And so then moving a little bit forward, we have the top slide serrations for anti-glare. We thought that was a nice kind of touch for a production level gun. And I think really what we have ambi size on the mag release and then also on the slide stop. And we have a nice fence around the slide stop as well to ensure that when the shooter's kind of using the gun, they're not going to accidentally
deploy that.
Yeah, exactly. We were seeing that during our testing, and we were thinking, maybe we could add a little bit more to protect that. And so that was something we took a lot of thought and care and put into. And I think really what separates our gun in the market for this price point is, one, that it's American made.
Yes.
Two is that the trigger is a very defined wall, a very crisp wall. The reset is super short, and one of our goals for our company is that every gun that ships out is going to be right around that 5 pounds or less on the trigger pull. That's what we're trying to accomplish. And I think when you squeeze the trigger and feel this gun has an incredibly low bore access. So if you're using a red dot, you're not going to spend a ton of time trying to reacquire your sights on target. That was kind of another thought process going through it. And obviously, with all that, there's still tons of guns that are out there. So why pick up this gun? The price point's retails $459.
Jeez.
So you're seeing this gun in a lot of dealers right now for $429, $419.
Really?
Yeah, right now. So I mean, the gun is super affordable, lifetime warranty.
So I'm going to ask. So real quick, we're going to kind of do a magic swap here because I want to go in tight on Chris, and he's going to start explaining like the barrel crown and what you guys did there, because I want the camera to be able to see what you guys did. That's going to help the accuracy of this gun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, nice flush barrel crown right here, rounded out. So it's right at about 3.8 at the edge of the slide. So it really keeps flush right there at the end of the slide. So it's a really accurate gun. I mean, a lot of times what we get in response to when we send guns out to media and whatnot is we just get a group. And it's just people sending a picture of the group they shot right out of the box.
Are you serious?
People have said that this is the most accurate gun they've shot right out of the box. So, I mean,
no kidding.
Hearing that consistently means we're doing our job right, and we're just going to keep trying to provide that to our customer.
So what's going to be next? Because I know you guys.
I knew you were going to ask me that.
I know you guys are already thinking for the future, but you kind of have to coming out with something that's going to be this big. I can't wait to shoot this gun.
Yeah.
Like, the feel, the ergonomics on it, and the low bore axis is impressive. So it ships with a 15 and a 17-round magazine.
15 plus 1, 17 plus 1, and for those states that have mag restrictions, we have a 10-round magazine that we're hoping to start shipping in March. And then all of our listeners that are in California, we are trying to also do some of the manufacturing to ensure that we can apply to the California DOJ roster. So
shouldn't be a thing. But
yeah.
But it is.
But I know that they want their guns out there too. So we're trying to listen to those customers as well and get guns to them as well. So we have a roadmap that we think one of the tenets of the company is being responsive. So we want to be able to listen to our consumers, what they want, and so I think our next offering, we're going to let this one sit in the market, let people understand what Rost Martin is, get their hands on this gun, and then I think we got some good stuff coming. We got other calibers. I think there's a lot of stuff we can work with with this platform that I think will be
holster configurations. I mean, because I know that a lot of guys are like, okay, I want to get it, I want to carry it. What holster offerings are going to be?
We've got We the People, Black Point, DeSantis, and our design. QVO Tactical, and then we are working with Galco as well. So we're
a lot of the big ones, and like those, you can't go wrong with any of those. Those are great ones. We the People, great. Galco, that's exciting.
Yeah. So we outside the waistband and concealed carry. Because really, what this gun is I carry it every day. It's got a really not a lot of print on it. Very thin, very light gun to carry, but. Some people want to carry it outside the waistband as well. So
in winter months and stuff like that, that's fine too.
Exactly.
That's going to happen.
Exactly. And so I think that this gun, I mean, whether you want to have it as a concealed carry gun, whether you want to have it as a truck gun, whether you want to run it as a CQB, I think really appeals to the whole gambit of different shooters. You can you run it through a course. You can use it as a training tool. You can use it as a first-time shooter.
Yeah.
I think
that's when you start seeing what a gun will really do.
Yeah.
Is when you can run a more compact gun in a training course.
Right.
And I think that's absolutely beautiful. Backstraps. Interchangeable?
Yeah, interchangeable, 3 backstraps. So this is the medium that we have on there now. We got the small and the large as well. So yeah,
So most people, you need to get this gun, you need to feel it, but most people don't change their backstraps.
Right,
I don't know why. They all just say, "Oh, this looks great." Well, try messing with your backstraps, change them. Try all of them.
Right.
Because they may not all feel the same. You may shoot better with one than the other.
Right.
Just saying.
Yeah.
And they're easy to change. Can you buy aftermarket? Can you buy magazines off the website?
We have them for sale on our website. Our website just went live yesterday.
Okay.
We started shipping just 3 weeks ago.
So where can folks buy the gun?
So we're in all the major distribution partners, so all across the board. And then if you want to find this gun, go to your local FFL and just ask them. They can order it. We have.
Really?
Yeah. It's out there, and especially from this show, there's more and more people.
That's what 4 years, in a lifetime being in the industry has done for Rost Martin. You guys are prepared. You understand the demand's going to be there.
Right.
Okay.
So we knew that we didn't want to have this gun come out and then people are asking for it, and 6 months later they're still asking for it. Let's capitalize. If people want it right now, let's be able to ship it to them. Yeah,
that's the way to do it, because the demand is going to be there.
Right.
Once they feel this gun, just ask to get it in. What's the website?
It's rostmartin.com.
That's pretty easy, man. I will say this. When I heard the name, this is going to be funny. No, it's probably not going to be funny. But when I hear the name, I think it sounds fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why. It sounds like an Italian race car.
Sure. Yeah.
It does. I drive a Rost Martin.
Yeah. I think if you look at our booth, we've got kind of similar marketing,
really
look and feel.
It just sounds fast.
Yeah. Very nice and clean. And so I think that's, we're trying to, do things, shake it up a little bit.
I dig the name, man. And I dig the gun. I'm excited to get this one in.
Yeah.
Probably in February. If I can get one in by February-ish, I'll run it during the next training class. So
I can do
that. Would be awesome.
I can get you one by next week.
Ooh, or have you come down and run the class with us?
I'd do that too.
Ooh, that would be even better.
Yeah,
I like that way better.
Yeah, I love
That's awesome.
I love it.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, Chris, man, thank you for
coming.
Thanks for bringing this by.
Yeah, of course.
Rostmartin.com. You guys got to check it out. What's the name of the gun again?
RM1C.
All right, RM1C. Go check it out. 15-round magazine, 17-round magazine. Probably your next everyday carry, live from SHOT Show.
Thanks for watching Gun Talk Live. For more great gun content, subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. You can always watch the Gun Talk channels on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon. And of course, you can always find us at guntalk.com. Thanks for watching.